welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we have a very special episode as we are celebrating 500 subscribers, which is absolutely awesome. And because of that, I've decided for the very first time on my channel to make a review of an aircraft that is not in the 1 to 500 scale, but in fact in 1 to 200 scale. And for this special occasion I've chosen to make a review of the Boeing 747-8 from Lufthansa in the special retro colors. So if we take a closer look at the box itself, we can see here on the front side we have a very nice rendition of the aircraft itself, and if we open up on the inside there's also the rendition, but more importantly what we can see here is the cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft inside. Now on the back side of the box we have another very nice rendition of the aircraft, and of course we do also have the original dimensions of the aircraft. In fact, the box of this aircraft here looks very similar to the 1 to 500 scale aircraft model that Herpa has done of this aircraft. If you should be interested in seeing a review of that, I have already done that, so you can just click the card that is popping up right now and you can watch it if you should be interested. But for now, let's take a closer look at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the queen of the sky, the awesome Boeing 747-8 in the retro colors of Lufthansa. Now, of course, the 1 to 200 scale will have much more details than the 1 to 500 scale. That is pretty much logic. So let's not waste any more time and let's get a closer look at some of the many details this aircraft has to offer. Now we will start with the tail section of the aircraft. How could it be any different? In here we can see on the vertical stabilizer we have the Lufthansa branding. On the top we have the German flag and the last 2 letters of the registration code. Then on the fuselage we have the full registration code and of course the aircraft type specification. Then if we move from the back of the aircraft all the way to the front of the aircraft, following the blue line, where we above it have the writing of Lufthansa, underneath it we have the Lufthansa branding, and we do also have the symbol of the city of Cologne, which is also the name of the aircraft. We do also have the Star Alliance logo, and we can also see, which is very nice, the emergency hatch for the cockpit. And if we take a look at the windows here, that's also pretty nice, where they also have painted on the window wipers. But am I the only one who thinks that this aircraft model is actually big enough for Herpa to have put in a real cockpit, with real windows and maybe even a cockpit crew? Maybe not, maybe yes, let me know in the comments below. And then what is also really nice are the doors into the cabin, where we have some really great details printed on. And the next detail I want to mention you can already see, and that's the antennas. Every aircraft has them, but normally they're not included in smaller aircraft models. But of course in 1 to 200 scale that's much easier. We can see them here on the top, but we can also see them on the belly of the aircraft here in the back, where we also have them. This is a very nice detail that Herpa has included. Then the next detail we really should take a closer look at of this aircraft model are the wings of the 747. Here on the top side, very nicely detailed, including the do not walk outside this area line, but of course it's not just a line, it's also written on the wing, which is a very nice detail. And then on the underside of the wings, if you take a look here, it's also very nicely detailed. In my opinion, maybe even better detailed, because we can see it's not just one piece, but it's actually multiple pieces put together. Looks really great. And then just to finish off the wings, we have also the landing lights, as we can see them right here. Now an aircraft is of course no good without engines, and they are really spectacular on this aircraft. Here we can see the engine nacelles. The aircraft uses almost exactly the same engine types as the Dreamliner. And if we take a look here close at the engine itself, of course the Lufthansa branding, we also have the very important safety markings. Here also on the back side, where we can see the really awesome looking zigzag curves, which of course also are known as chevron nozzles. Then also very nice, if we look into the engines, we have of course the fan blades, but even better, we can actually look through the engine now. How cool is that? And since we are looking at things that blow out hot air and some fumes, if we go to the very back of the aircraft here, we can see very nicely detailed also the exhaust for the APU. But hold on for a little longer, because we are not done yet. There are more details to be discovered, especially here on the landing gear in the front, which is really nice. If you look at the side, we can also see that we have the last 2 letters of the registration code, another very nice detail they have included. But also the landing gear in the back looks really amazing. It's quite astonishing how much you can do in the 1 to 200 scale. And just look at this. Awesome details. But before we can call it a day, no review of mine would of course be finished without mentioning that this aircraft has also the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back, and also here in the front. And then finally at the end, it's of course worth mentioning that this aircraft model comes with a stand. And with that, we have reached the end of this episode. Now, if you have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, that would be very nice. Or if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. And don't miss out on the next episode of review, where we will be back in a 1:500 scale aircraft model, in this case a Boeing 737-800 from TUI Fly in the special TUI blue livery. Now, to celebrate that we've reached 500 subscribers, I am also working on a aviation music video, but you guys have been too quick and I'm not quite there yet, but it will come out very soon. And hopefully you will continue to support me. I would like to say thank you very much for all the love and support you have shown me so far. I hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.